In this video, I will show you how to create a first container using Docker. Creating a container in Docker is a three-step process. It's look like this. First, we have to write one Docker file. Then we run a Docker build command to generate a Docker image. Then we run this Docker image using Docker run command to get the container. This is a three-step process. Docker is nothing but it's you can consider as a box that has a application and application related or dependencies to run that application. So currently I have created one EC2 instance and logged in with my mobile stream account. You can see here. So first here I'll first update the old dependencies or packages using sudo apt. It will take little bit time. And after that I will download the Docker in my system. So basically update the all old packages, dependencies that our Ubuntu system has. You can see here, this is just completed. Now you can see 82 packages can be created here. Now I want to download a Docker in my system. So before that, I'll show you how to check Docker. My system has a Docker or not. So use Docker minus version. You can see Docker command not found. It means Docker is not installed in my system. So installing Docker, we use command sudo apt install docker.io. Okay, so some permission. So yes, we'll record video here. See progress 90%, 97%. Now it's completed. Okay, here I'll show you Docker. Now Docker is installed in my system with this command. With this command, we can see Docker version, Docker minus version, Docker version 28.2.2. If after the installing Docker successfully, we have a one command to check Docker installed properly or not. This command is Docker run hello world. Okay, Docker run hello world. Click enter. You can see here permission denied. This is because currently we are as a Ubuntu user. Here we are not as a root user. Here we are as a Ubuntu user. So Ubuntu user don't have a root user permission, but Docker need to run as a root user permission, or Docker need as a root permissions. Okay, so giving the permission to Docker. So when we install Docker in our system, Docker also create a group called name Docker, and that group has all the permissions related to Docker root. Okay, so for that we use command sudo user mode and -ag and the name of the group is Docker and their username is Ubuntu. Okay, Ubuntu, click enter. After running this command, we have to restart our connection, okay, with this EC2 instance. So for that, I exit. Now I'm currently using Movaxstorm, so Movaxstorm provide some features like press R to restart the session. So I click R now. Now connection is restart. Here, if I run this command again, docker run hello world. You can see unable to find the image because we currently not don't have this image in our system. So Docker get this image from the Docker Hub. Docker Hub is a place where you can store your Docker images, or it's a library. You can consider as a library. That's a repository of the Docker images. You can see okay, it's a Docker.hub. It means we first run up. If I use this, it means we successfully run Docker in our system. Okay. So from here we completed our Docker installation process and checking Docker work properly in our system. Here I'll show you some command using Docker. Docker just we sorry, Docker images. Okay, Docker images. Using this command, we can see list of images that Docker has. Currently, it has only Docker Hello World. Okay, it's download from the Docker Hub. Now I'll show you how to create own Docker image and after that run that Docker image and generate container, create container. For that, it's clear. We have a three-step. I'll show you the three-step. First, we have write to Docker file, and then by running that Docker file, we generate Docker image, and then running that Docker image to create Docker container. So here are some steps. So first I'll show you one example, the Python app. Okay, app.py. This application I will run in my Docker container.